Is it appearing my screen? Some please respond my
Yes, sir.
question. Is it
Yes,
appearing?
sir. Yes, sir.
See, Amma? This is the another type of problem that comes under the category combination of torsion and bending. Okay. So first we need to identify, before solving the problem, we need to identify the given question belongs to which category. In design of shaft, how many categories we have? We have total 6 categories. That means 4 category in a design based on the strength, and 2 categories are based on the rigidity criteria. Okay. So first one based on strength means what? What are those 4? One is the pure bending, one is the pure torsion, combination of torsion and bending, and in addition to the combination of torsion and torsion, combination of torsion and bending, one axial load is going to apply. So these are all the 4 different categories in the first strength wise. Second rigidity wise, torsional rigidity and lateral rigidity, these 2 are there. So among these 6 categories, the given question belongs to which one is the most important here. Okay, so we identified here. How we are going to identify? First, read the question properly. Read the question properly. Then convert this theory into space diagram. So I'm drawing the space diagram now. See here. The shaft is supported in a bearing A and B. 2 bearings are there. Okay, A and B, 800, the distance between the 2 bearings. So first I'm drawing the shaft. So the shaft is mounted on the bearings. So for bearings, you need to draw this like this type of conventional drawing logo. Okay. Now, what is the distance between these two? The distance between these two is 800 mm. Okay, and a 20 degrees straight tooth spur gear. The question is given a 20 degrees straight tooth spur gear. Straight tooth spur gear. So one spur gear is given, then in that type of spur gear is given. Type of spur gear is the system of the spur gear is 20 degrees. So this you are going to study in the machine design subject, design of gears. Just know for the understanding purpose I am explaining, this 20 degrees is the system of the gear. This is known as helix angle, denoted by alpha, 20 degrees. Okay. So spur gear, what type of spur gear means? What you studied in the kinematics of machinery in last semester. Okay. So spur gear means where the axis of the 2 gears meeting gears parallel to each other, that is comes in the spur gear. Okay. Now this having the diameter, the spur gear is having the diameter 600 mm pitch diameter. So diameter of the spur gear, the circle diameter is 600 mm. Is located, this gear is located 200 mm to the right of left hand side of the bearing. So with right of the left hand, this is the left hand of the bearing. This is the right hand bearing. Okay. So right of the left hand bearing means this is the one. So the gear is going to located here. The gear is going to located here like this. So what is the diameter of the gear here? 600 mm. Okay. Now, and a 700 mm diameter pulley. The diameter of the pulley is given, that is 700 mm. That is 700 mm. Okay. Now it is mounted on a shaft 250 mm towards the left of bearing B. Towards the left of bearing B. So this is the A bearing, this is the B bearing. Okay, left of bearing B, this is the one. Now the gear is driven by pinion with a downward vertical with a downward tangential force. The gear is going to driven. This is the gear. Because this is the gear, I am drawing the one horizontal lines on the this one. Now for this I am giving the name as a C. For this I am giving the name as a D. Okay. Now the C pulley, I'm nothing but gear is going to driven with the help of one pinion is there, that is located here somewhere. Pinion is there. Now forget about this pinion. Now the pinion is going to transmitting the power. Okay, because of transmitting, the gates is also going to rotate. The gates is also going to rotate. Okay. Now while the pulley drives horizontal belt, the pulley is going to drive with the help of horizontal belt drive. So for this, I am drawing the front view of the total system. I am drawing here. The smaller diameter is the gear. The larger diameter represents the pulley. The larger diameter represents the pulley. Okay. So the pulley is going to drive with the help of belt system. That is a horizontal belt system. Like this I am showing here. Horizontal belt system. Horizontal belt system. This is the one T1 and this is the T2. Tension in tight side, tension in slack side. Okay. Now this is the one here for the gear. I am representing this one. This is the gear WCH, horizontal load on the C gear. Okay. Now this is the representing I'm here T1 plus T2, T1 plus T2, T1 plus T2 is the load on the D pulley. Okay. So this total entire thing is a space diagram. The total name is space diagram. Space diagram. Okay. So for the space diagram, you have the weightage of the marks, read the question properly, and sketch the diagram neatly. For the diagram, you have the, especially for the design of shaft, you have the weightage of marks. Okay, ma. Now see here, tangential force while pulley is drives horizontal belt, and belt is having the 180 degrees of angle of contact. The belt system is given in the question. So for that belt system, the angle of contact theta will be an angle of wrap or angle of contact, same meaning. Angle of contact is given 180 degrees. The degree we need to convert into radians. So convert into radians means 180 into pi by 180. So answer is pi radians. Okay. Then the pulley also serves as a flywheel. Okay. Of a weight is 2000 newtons. The pulley weight is given. Pulley weight is always act vertically downwards. The pulley weight is always act vertically downwards. That is 2000 newtons. The maximum tension in the belt is given. The maximum tension in the belt is given T max 3000 newtons. So where we can find the maximum tension in the belt? In the tight side we can find the maximum tension. So what is the name of tight side? The name of the tight side is here. If you see, the name of the tight side is what we given? We given as a T1. Okay, we given as a T1. So it means T1 we can write as a 3000 Newton. Okay. And tension ratio. Tension ratio is given in the question. T1 by T2 equal 3:1. Okay. What is asking here in the question? Determine the maximum bending moment. Question is asking determine maximum bending moment. Now second question is, this is the first question. This is the second question. What is the second question? Necessary shaft diameter how much? So what is the diameter of the shaft? D. These two questions are asking to solve, and the additional material property is given in the question, that is shear stress. Allowable shear stress for the material is given 40 megapascal. 40 megapascal means allowable shear stress 40 megapascal. Now question is to calculate, the main question is what is the diameter of the shaft. To calculate the diameter of shaft, so see here, if you see the space diagram, it is transmitting the power as well as it is subjected to bending moment. So see here, because of transmitting the power, it is subjected to torque, and because two pulleys are, one gear and pulleys are mounting on the shaft, so because of that reason it is subject, the shaft is subjected to bending moment. Okay, so this kind of problems comes under the combination of torsion and bending, that we need to identify. Okay, we identified. Now what is the next step? The next step is, in the combination of bending and torsion, how many equations are there to solve the problem? Two equations are there. One is the, according to maximum principal stress theory, what is that equation? Equivalent bending moment equal 1 by 2 square root 1 by 2 m plus square root of m square plus t square. This relation we have. Okay. Now, according to the second, what is the second equation? According to the shear stress theory, equivalent torque T E equal, what is that? Square root of m square plus t square. Now the question is, between these two equations, again, which equation is suitable to solve this problem? That you need to identify. Between these two equations, which equation is suitable to solve this problem? So which equation is suitable? Read the given data properly. What is the given data? Here angle of this is a system of gearing is given 20 degrees, and it is the angle of contact, and this is the diameter of the gear. Okay, this is the maximum tension, ratios of tensions, everything is given. But to select the which equation is suitable, this material property is helpful here. See here in the question only allowable shear stress value is given, bending stress value is not given. So for that reason, I am selecting this equation. For that reason, I am selecting this equation. Why? Equivalent torque equals square root of m square plus t square, where T is the pi by 16 into sigma s into dq. So in this equation, sigma is present. Sigma s is present. If we select this equation, first equation, what happened? What is ME? ME is pi by 32 into sigma b into dq. So in this equation, sigma b are present. Sigma b is not given in the question. See the given data. Sigma b value is not given in the question. Sigma s value, allowable shear stress value, is given in the question. Allowable bending stress value is not given. For that reason only, I am selecting the second equation. Like this, you need to identify which equation is suitable to solve this problem. Okay, so identify the equation. Okay, this equation is going to helpful to solve this problem. Okay, what is the next step? So we are going to next step. What is the next step here? EE equal square root of m square plus t square. Okay, where TE is pi by 16 into sigma s shear, allowable shear stress into dq. Now the question is, the sigma s value is given in the question, and two unknown parameters are present in this equation. What are those? M value and T value. First we need to calculate these two, then easily we can find out the diameter that is given in the question. Now another thing is, in the question itself given, what is the maximum bending moment? What is the maximum bending moment? If we calculate the maximum bending moment, nothing but 90% problem is going to complete it. Okay, now we are going to calculate in the one by one. See, to calculate the T, first one, what is T? Torque on the shaft. So torque on the shaft, go to the first slide. Torque on the shaft is, to calculate the torque on the shaft. What is the equation we have to calculate the torque? From the power equation we can calculate. So when we are going to use the power equation, what is the power equation here? So what is the power equation? Power equation is P equal 2 pi nt by 60. Okay, so this equation we are going to use when the power value is given in the question, but power value is not given in the question and speed value also not given in the question. N is the n represents the speed. So for that reason, this equation I am not selecting to calculate the torque. So what is the alternate way? The alternate way is we have the another relation, that is torque T equal torque T equal T1 minus T2 into radius. T1 minus T2 into radius. So which radius I have to take here? So T1, T2, where we can find in the diagram. See the space diagram. T1, T2 is representing on the D pulley. T1, T2s are subjected to D pulley because D is the pulley, but to the pulley is going to driven with the help of belt system. So the belt system means automatically belt system having the tight side and slack side. So these T1, T2s are subject into the D. So that reason I'm writing here. For that reason I'm writing here RD. For that reason I'm writing is a RD. What is T1? T1 is given in the question maximum tension. So maximum tension what we written here for maximum tension 3000 newtons. 3000 newtons. T1 is given 3000 newtons. What is T2? T2 value is not given, but T1 by T2 relation is given in the question. What is that? 3 by 1. 3 by 1. 3 by 1. So from this relation, what is T2? T2 equal 3000 by 3. So T2 value will get the 1000 newtons. So T1, T2 calculated. RD value is given in the question. So calculate 3000 minus 1000 into RD value how much? Radius of the D pulley. Radius of the D pulley how much given in the question? Diameter is given 700 mm diameter. 700 mm diameter means 350 mm. Radius is 350 mm. So tell me the value of torque on the shaft at D point. Make it first, calculate what is torque on the shaft. Torque on the shaft how much? Make it fast, Amma. Whenever you are coming to the problematic subjects, you be ready with the calculators and notebooks. Whatever I am writing on the screen, you record in your notes. So tell me fast, because this is a very lengthy problem. If you take too much time, even 1 hour is not enough for to explain the problem. Tell me, Amma.
70 into 10 power of 4.
Very good. 70 into 10 to the power of 4. What is the units here? Units are very important. Yesterday I corrected your first mid papers. Most of the people forget to write the units. For in every time whenever I'm taking classes, units are very important. Like I'm making the stresses on the important. But no, most of the people, not somebody, most of the people have not written the units. What is the units of torque? What is the units? Not replying. Tension is in newtons, radius in mm, Newton mm. Okay, so T value we calculated. What is the T value here? The T value which is required in this equation. Okay. Now what we need to calculate? Bending moment we need to calculate. This one we need to calculate. Okay. So see here, for calculating the bending moment, what I am doing here. See here, the load acting on the nothing but a torque on the shaft we calculated. torque on the shaft, we calculated T value. It means through the D pulley, we calculated the torque. It means through the D pulley, whatever the torque is generating, that torque is transmitting to the shaft. The torque is transmitting to the shaft, and same torque is going to transmit it to the gear. How it is possible? Because both are mounted on a same shaft. Both are mounted on a same shaft. Because of that reason, whatever the torque is transmitting to the D pulley, that is transferred to the shaft, and the shaft, whatever the torque having, that is going to supplies to the gear. It means whatever the torque is generated on the D, that is equal to C. Okay. So torque equation I am writing. What is the torque equation? General equation: torque equal force into perpendicular distance. Force into distance. So I am calculating for the gear. So for that, for gear means it is a tangential load, and for the gear diameter I am taking dg. For the gear dg or dc. For the gear I am given the name as dc. dc by 2. So in this equation I am going to calculate the tangential force. So what is that equation? The equation is going to modify it as Ft equal 2T by diameter of the 2T diameter of the C. So 2 into T value we got as 700 into 10 cube into 10 cube. What is the diameter of the gear? Diameter of the gear is given here. DC 600 mm. Diameter of the gear is 600 mm. What is the value of Ft, tangential force? Make it fast. Four triple six. That is wrong. Verify again what you did. 4,666 not.
Sir, 2333.
Very good. 2333. 2333. What is the units here? The units are newtons. Now see the, you should try the one question. Sir, why you are writing the tangential force? Because see here, see the diagram. So to whatever the torque is transmitting to the gear again attached to the here another gear. So gear always transmitting the power with the help of tangential force. See here. Suppose this is the gear, this is the pulley. Whatever the power is there in the gear, that is going to transfer to the second gear with the help of tangential force only. It means this force is coming in the manner of tangential force. Okay, so for that reason I am writing the tangential force. Okay, so what is the purpose of to calculate the tangential force? The purpose is to calculate the vertical and horizontal load on the gear. Okay, so vertical and horizontal load, to calculate the vertical and horizontal load separately I am drawing for the gear system. Here, this is the load acting on the gear teeth, is known as tangential force. This is another load acting on the gear, that is known as radial load. Okay, radial load. Because of these two, what happens? One resultant load is going to generate on the system. That is known as normal load. The radial load is known here, called as here normal load. Okay. So what is the intensity of the normal load here? Just now you calculated the Ft value. That Ft value will not going to use here in this solving the problem. Okay. So what is the magnitude of the normal load? The normal load magnitude will get the answer in terms of newtons because it is load. So what is the normal load? So see here, I am extending this one. This is the radial load. Okay. Question is given 20 degrees. System of gear, just now I mentioned one thing, 20 degrees straight tooths per gear. So what is the 20 degrees? That is the pressure angle. That is the pressure angle 20 degrees given in the question. So that will going to, the 20 degrees is going to use here. Okay. Again, you are going to study this topic, design of gates in the machine design subject. Okay. Just only remember up to here only. Okay. 20 degrees. Now, FT value, you know, this is the Fn. Okay. To calculate Fn, what equation now? See the diagram, tell me the equation. See the diagram, tell me the equation. Cos 20 degrees equal, cos 20 degrees equal Ft by Fn. Ft by Fn. Is it right? Okay. So see here. From this equation, what is Fn? Ft into cos 20. Ft into cos 20. So what is Fn now? Tell me the value of Fn. Tell me the value of Fn. Tell me the value of Fn. Make it fast, Amma.
$2,192.
Fn value 2000.
192.
It's wrong, Amma. It is wrong. Make, see properly. Sorry, wait. What I have done? Fn T equal. So Fn, I did one mistake here. This is divided by. Wait. Here I written wrongly. Fn means Ft by, sorry, make it correction. Ft by cos 20. Ft by cos 20. So now tell me the Fn value.
2,483.
Very good. 2,483 newtons. 2,483 newtons. Okay. We calculated the normal load. Okay. See here. Now, what is the purpose of the normal load? To calculate the vertical load on the gear and horizontal load on the gear. To calculate the vertical load and as well as horizontal load on the gear. So vertical load and horizontal load means I'm drawing the one with the help of system of force. With the help of system of forces. So this is the horizontal force. This is the vertical force. Horizontal force and vertical force. Another, this is the normal force. Just now you got the answer. Okay. Now the 20 degrees are acting in this way. Okay. Now don't consider, sir, you have drawn here Ft as a horizontal and Fd is a vertical. Don't consider these two forces as horizontal and vertical. These two forces are acting like in this manner. Means if you rotate the, if you make the side view, these two forces are going to disappear. If you make the this one as a front view, these two forces are going to disappear. This is a vertical load and another, this vertically it is going to act. This is the tangential force here at a point and this is the radial load. So these two are going to only helpful to transmit the power from the one gear to another gear. But here vertical load and horizontal loads, because separately why I am calculating, because this horizontal load or vertical load due to the gear. This one is the horizontal load and vertical load applied on the gear. Okay. Now separately I am calculating horizontal and vertical. Because of presence of the gear, this vertical and horizontal load is going to acting on the shaft. Okay, this one separately I am calculating. So what is the equation now? What is the horizontal force? Horizontal force equal 2483 cos 20. What is the vertical here? 2483 sin 20. Okay, separately we calculated. Cos 20 is a horizontal, sin 20 is a vertical load. Okay. Now what? Tell me the vertical load, horizontal load values. Horizontal load value, vertical load value at C point. At C point. Tell me the values. Make it fast, Amma. Make it fast. Don't take too much time. What is horizontal force at C point? What is vertical force at C point?
Sir, horizontal is 2333.
2333. Very good. 2333 newtons. Vertical. Make it fast, Amma. Make it fast.
849.
Only one person is. How much, Amma?
849, sir.
सर मैं सॉरी हूँ सर, मैं क्लास में हूँ सर. How much, Amma? You got 849. Very good.
849, yes.
849. Let me check. Only one person is there in class. Only one person is continuously answering. "50 persons are there and replying one person. Roll number 108 and 313 108 006. Only 3 persons are giving the answers, and rest of the peoples are not interacting in the class. See, Amma, interacting the class is nothing but you are participating, listening the class. Otherwise, you are simply switch on in the class and going somewhere. This is not good for you. Only 2%. What is the remaining person? I am expecting the answer from all students, not from the particular students. Whenever I'm asking, you are be sure. You should be sure. Whenever I'm coming to the conclusion to ask the answer, you should before whatever I'm asking, that before only you need to tell the answer. I'm not using new things here. Only whatever is the previous in strength of material and engineering mechanics, what you practice, same equations I'm using here. "50 students are there, but only 4 people are interacting." Such kind of practice is not good for you, Baba. You should always contact with the class. Somebody is making a call. Roll number 19. Roll number 19 speaking someone. He's in call. And roll number 61 also. I'm noting this roll number. Sir. I'm noting these 2 persons. While taking classes, phone talking is not allowed. Roll number 61, I'm noting these 2 persons. Roll number 61 and another person is a roll number 19. What is the answer? Please tell me, Babu. Now see here, this is the values you got. Horizontal load on the pulley due to gear, vertical load on the pulley due to gear. These two we calculated. What is the use of these two loads? We need to calculate that what is the total load and the total load acting on the shaft. What is the use of these two? Total load on the shaft. Okay. So total load on the shaft is, one is the horizontal load, one is the vertical load. Okay. So that diagram also you need to represent. Just wait, I will show the diagrams. Class You see here, horizontal load. See where we used the what just now what we calculated, vertical load and horizontal load. Okay. That horizontal load, see here 2,333. Here it is representing 849. Here representing vertical load. This see there. First space diagram. Second torque diagram. Torque value we calculated 700 into 10 cube. Vertical load diagram. Then horizontal load diagram. Vertical bending moment diagram, horizontal bending moment diagram, resultant bending moment diagram. In the resultant bending moment diagram, you will get the maximum bending moment. Which one is the maximum bending moment? This is the maximum bending moment. Okay. So like this, for the especially for the design of shaft, total whatever the diagram I'm showing on the screen, is it appearing, Babu? The diagram I'm showing
Yes,
on the
sir.
screen, is it appearing to all?
Yes, sir. Appearing, sir.
So this total, whatever the representation on the screen, total diagrammatic representation is very important, especially for the design of shaft. Okay. So don't forget to draw this diagram. For this diagram, the weightage of 2 to 3 marks is awarded. If you forget or any mistake if you done in here, you will lose the 2 to 3 marks. It means based on this diagram only, examiner will going to evaluate marks, your marks. Because everything is appearing here. What is vertical load value, what is horizontal load value, what is the bending moment due to horizontal load, bending moment due to vertical load, and what is the resultant load. Okay, what is the resultant bending moment? Everything is appearing on the diagram. Okay, that this is the importance. What is the importance? Because everything is representing on the diagrammatic manner. Okay, so just we calculated due to gear on the shaft, these are the loads are acting, and question itself given because of the pulley we treated as a D point. Okay, pulley we treated as a D. So because of the question itself given, because of the pulley, vertical load is generating on the shaft, that is 2000 newtons is given in the question. I'm not taking my own, this 2000 value is given in the question. Now we need to calculate the 4000 value. We need to calculate the 4000 value. So see the procedure to calculate the 4000 value. So 4000 value, okay, see here. To calculate the total load acting on the total vertical load acting on the shaft, vertical load acting on the shaft due to pulley I am given as a D point. So that is T1 plus T2. That is T1 plus T2. T1 how much? T1 we got as T1 how much we got? T1 is given in the question 3000. T1 is given in the question 3000. Sorry, the vertical load is given in the question 2000. Now I am calculating the horizontal load WH at D point. So 3000 plus 1000, that is 4000 newtons. So see here 4000 we got. Okay, now vertical loads and horizontal loads is over. Now what we need to calculate? Bending moment due to vertical loads, bending moment due to horizontal loads. So bending moment due to vertical load is see here. To calculate the bending moments, first we need to calculate the reactions at RA, at RB, at RA, at RB. So at RA is two RA values are there, two RB values are there. Two RA because the RA here due to vertical load, this RA value due to horizontal load. This RB value due to vertical load, this RH value due to horizontal load. Okay. So before calculating the bending moment, we need to calculate the reactions. So to calculate reaction, first according to the vertical load diagram following, RAV plus RAV plus RBV equal how much the load acting on the here 2333 plus 2000, total 4333. This is the total load acting on the vertical load. Okay. Now taking moment about A point. Taking moment about A point. So taking moment about A point. Now see here. RAB is a 0. Now 2033 into what is the distance from the here to here? Here to here how much? 200 is given. So 200. So is it positive or negative? This is a positive because load acting in a clockwise manner. Okay. Now here 2000 into what is the distance from here to here? Here to here how much? It means from here to here if you subtract the 250, 800 minus 250. That means 2000 into plus. Why I am taking the plus? Because it is acting in a clockwise direction, plus 2000 into 800 minus 250. Why I am writing the 800 minus 250? I need the length from the here to here only. Here to here only, not from here to here. So total, from the total length I am subtracting the 250. Okay. Minus RBV into total distance. RBV into total distance. What is the total distance? 800 equal to 0. Taking moment about A point. Not this one. Now with this equation, tell me the RBV value, reaction at B point due to vertical load. RBV means reaction at B point due to vertical load. RBV value how much? Tell me, Babu. Make it fast. This type of problem is you can expect damn surely in examination. Make it first. What is RBV? I am expecting the answers from the all people, not particular one person or 2%. Everybody should interact the class. Whatever I am giving the task, you need to complete that one. What is RBV? You people are taking too much time. One 1958. RBV value 1958. Very good. 1958 newtons. Now, what is RAV? What is RAV? RAV value I want. So substitute the RB value here. You will get the RAV value. So 4,333 minus 1958.
2374.
23 how much Babu? Please tell me again.
2374, sir.
Very good. 237 newtons. Now RAV, RBV calculated. Now bending moment, because I am calculating the bending moment, the shaft is going to subject to bending because of the shaft is going to subject to bending because of the two parts are mounting on the shaft. The two parts are, one is the gear, one is the pulley. Because of these two presence, the shaft is going to bend at this point. The shaft is going to bend at this point. Okay, at this point only we need to calculate the bending moment. Okay, so for that, bending moment at C point, bending moment at D point we need to calculate. These two are because of vertical load. These two are because of vertical load. Okay, so now tell me the bending moment at C point. Bending moment at C point is RAV into its distance. How much distance? 200. Now bending moment at D point is RBV into 250. So here bending moment at C point, bending moment at D point, these two are I am calculating due to vertical load. Due to vertical load. So RAV into 200 how much? 2375 into 200. Make it fast. 475 into 10 to the power of 3. 475 into 10 to the power of 3 Newton mm. Newton mm. Okay. The same manner RBB into 250 how much? Tell me. RBB into 250. 1958 into 250.
489562, sir.
Long before I said you.
489562.
Yes.
Isn't it?
489. 489 into 10 to the power of 3. I am writing in this one. Newton m. Okay. So bending moment at C point, D point due to vertical load I am calculating. See here, whatever we calculate 475 we got here at C point and 489.5 here we represented. So such after getting the answer like this you need to represent on the diagram, vertical bending moment diagram. Okay. Like that you need to draw after calculating. Okay. Okay, and rest of the problem we will discuss in next class. Any doubt till now? Any doubts you have, you can ask now.